I remember giving my dad my first modeling card.
Okay.
And I remember just writing, "To Dad, I love you," from Hareth. And I remember sending this back to him in Australia. And that was the only way of me telling him that this is what I'm doing. If you can feel proud, great. If you don't, I'm not forcing it, pretty much. You can be given opportunities today based on your uniqueness. But if you don't have the confidence to back it up, then no one's going to buy what you're selling, especially in the market of inclusion. Like when you see those girls advertising the Bonds ads or the Dove ads, and they're larger than life. They're larger than the typical model than we would have. They're what we would consider the plus size model. But on camera, they are loving it. They are comfortable. They're not sitting there covering their body, being all squirmy and shy or going bright red or whatever. They're enjoying it. They're mowing the lawn in their Bonds gear. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And celebrating that, which again, I think is where a character is needed, because I don't believe anyone is like that. Then I believe, yeah, you have got the complete package. Also, you need to be a brand, meaning that you need to know what you are, who your audience is. You also need to have some authenticity. So you can't be turning around and saying, "I love animals, I'm a big animal lover, I'm an animal vegan thing, blah, 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 blah." And then all of a sudden you're in LA and you hear about In-N-Out Burger and all the celebrities go there and you want to get a double. And so you take a picture of you eating an In-N-Out with this monstrosity of a burger, which is delicious, and all the celebrities go there and it's a legit place. But 10 posts earlier on, you just spoke about how you loved animals and how you're a vegan, or how, you know, because you're promoting some product. You know what I mean? Like consistency is key. And in this day and age where a lot of freebies are given on Instagram for the sake of promotion, I get approached with a lot of stuff on Instagram. At the beginning, I was like, yay. HelloFresh gave me like 3 months worth of food and vegetable delivery. I was like, great. I'm a food photographer as well, so I could easily take pictures and promote that. That was organic on my feed. Whereas if I'm gluten and dairy free, if I get a protein shake or if I get some product that's dairy or gluten, there is no way I got to put my name to it or putting it on my account, because it can't be part of my brand. It will make it obvious that I'm a liar, that I'm purely doing this for a freebie or to get paid. And also, don't ignore the history of fashion and modeling. Once you understand beauty redefines, you're going to feel a lot more confident and a lot better embarking on this journey. I have a separate management and talent agency where I scout and I nurture young up-and-coming models. And one of my key girls right now, who got optioned for Miu Miu in Paris, she's 15, just turned 16. She's a science freak. She won a science award. She went down to Melbourne. She's come back. Her best friend is a pet python snake. She's like kooky, intelligent, and the future of beauty. And she's gorgeous. But yet, it's not about that. You know, when you see, you see these posts, and I saw this 16-year-old girl from New York post, and she's like, "Hi, my name is so-and-so. First and foremost, I'm a good person, and secondly, I'm a model." So I love that change. I love the fact that saying you're a model first isn't necessarily impressive, right? And that also in turn guarantees longevity. I know it's funny when they say, "Oh, what would happen if Instagram closed?" You're no longer a model. And I know it's funny, but there is a truth to it, because a lot of those people would not be able to get up, leave their house and apply to a modeling agency because A, they probably won't be tall enough. They won't be, they probably put so many filters, or they control their lighting. They photograph themselves so they understand exactly where their best angle is. They don't have that experience or that of, if I'm holding the camera, how are you going to work with me? And so a lot of these people don't even translate in real life, which is a shame, because these people come across like they've got more confidence than the ones that actually are out there doing it in real life. I think with Instagram taking likes off and moving towards more of a healthy mental space, which I believe is a very important part of our industry right now, because in the past, modeling was associated with bulimia, anorexia, abuse, trafficking. Like, it's a parent's worst nightmare if they Googled if their child wanted to be a model. My job and my information now with what I do is I allow the parents to be part of it. With Plus One Management, I want the parents to be involved in the meetings that I have with their 15, 16-year-old son or daughter. I actually would not be comfortable sitting in a room with someone who's of underage without their parent in the room, because I want their parent to understand that this is all transparent. And I think this is where the industry lacked in the past. Letting the model know, or asking them, are you okay? How are you feeling? And your answer actually matters. I'm not asking or saying that for the sake of it, to be polite. I actually want to hear how you feel. I'm a big believer, and I have so much faith and love for the next generation. They are wonderful. They are wonderful. I don't ever want to be a generation that gets left out. I don't want to be a generation that is no longer relevant. I don't want my opinion, my language, my dialogue, my attitude to be dated. I love what I do with my business as well, because apart from the acting stuff, I still have to communicate to 15, 16, 17-year-old kids with the modeling stuff. So that allows me to update, like my iPhone. Just the next update. Otherwise, I'm going to be that iPhone 4, 5 that no one ends up using, that's in the drawer and you only hit on for emergencies. So that's where my kind of fear lies into kind of keeping updated and with the greatest of the world, and, you know, all these kids that are, you know, I heard the other day that climate anxiety is a term.
Right.
And I love it. I think it's wonderful, because I grew up being told that anxiety and depression wasn't even a thing. Now it's climate anxiety. These kids suffer from an anxiety that's in complete relation to our climate.
Okay.
And that's the only way we can understand someone else's mindset. You don't turn around and disregard it or discredit it and say, oh, that's just another fancy word for nothing. Do you know what I mean? Because those kids have better things to do than sit there and cry. Sit there and hold posters in the city. I went and saw what they did in the city when they did that climate strike. It was awesome. I wanted to see the authenticity that came with it. I wanted to see how real it was. Or was it a sheep mentality? And then I realized it's my generation that did the sheep mentality. And that's where I was quietly accusing them that they could potentially be that way. These kids are doing it because they legitimately need to do it. Fashion industry is starting to cringe at the environmental pollution and the wastage that the fashion industry contributes to our planet. With people like the fast fashion movements, the Zaras, the H&Ms of the world, it makes fashion accessible. It makes fashion knowledge relatable to everybody. But it also increases our footprint. So there's been a whole new movement where models are starting to align with sustainable fashion concepts. And even here in Sydney, one of the biggest stores, who's a really good girlfriend of mine, she's a model. She's half Asian, half Australian. And she has got a company called Ecolove. And it's based in Paddington. And she does consignment, sustainable designer clothing. So people can come in and bring in their designer wardrobe, and she puts it on consignment and she hires it out. So instead of you buying a $15,000 dress, you go and hire it out for a couple of $100 and you give it back, and you haven't created that space in your wardrobe for it. You haven't wasted all that fabric that you've just worn once that you'll never wear again. The cost per use basis ends up being reintroduced into the system. And models are starting to align with this. So a lot of the shoots that I do, I go and I pull a lot of designer clothes, because I'm still shooting with Chanel's and Dior's and Alexander McQueen's, but they all come with a healthier message. They all come with, don't buy, hire, because you're probably going to wear that outfit once, right? That's the reality.
Yeah.
And you might as well just put it back into the market for someone else to wear it again. So, and I remember also growing up and thinking how secondhand shopping was such a hippie thing to do and so Newtowny, and you know what I mean? Like, it was so like, I don't know, it was a little judged. I loved it. I grew up in a very thrifty, family. And so that element or that ability, for me, I love hunting. I love looking for that one item. I love searching. I know people that can walk. I take them to the Salvos Depot in Tempe, just around the corner actually from here. And they walk in and they're just like, I can't stand the smell. I've got to get out. I'm like, yeah, get out. It's fine. I'll meet you in the car. I'll probably be a couple of hours though. But I love that space. And there are people like her, and there are people like other presenters or TV identities that are actually, highlighting these and actually showing you how to shop sustainably and economically at the end of the day. So yeah, it's sustainable fashion is a thing, and it's all about pre-loved, and it's all about promoting those brands that also are aware of where their product is made. By arming yourself with that knowledge, it just makes you a lot more responsible for what you're creating and what you're putting out there.
Hey everyone, thank you for watching today's episode of the Convo Couch, and thank you to Hareth for coming on today.
No, thank you. And thank you to you guys if you've managed to hang in there that long and watch the whole thing till the very end. Well done. And thank you for having us. And this is such an incredible concept.
Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe on the links below. Check out the link to Plus One Management and hit the notification bell too. See you next time. Hey guys, thanks for checking out this episode in a series where we interview business leaders, tech innovators, and startup founders about their business journey, insights, and reflections. If you find value in this, please leave us a comment below, and also like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Enjoy!